Ja Rule is finally settling scores with 50 Cent following a clash that got everyone shocked, but there's more to it than many realize. Ja Rule is settling scores with 50 Cent, and this time, he's making it known that he'll not be pushed around. On February 8, 2026, the Put It On Me star got into a heated argument on a plane with Tony Yayo, a G-Unit member tied to 50 Cent. The situation escalated verbally, and Ja Rule even threw a pillow, reigniting headlines about the decades-long feud between him and 50 Cent. The flight was meant to be uneventful. Instead, it became the latest scene in a decades-old hip-hop rivalry. Ja Rule boarded during Super Bowl weekend, unaware that two of 50 Cent's closest allies, Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo, were already seated in the cabin recording content for a Real Report segment. What began as an unplanned run-in between artists with a long history of tension quickly escalated into a confrontation that had every passenger watching. Footage posted online showed passengers freeze mid-conversation as Ja Rule raised his voice, and Yayo responded from his seat. Both rappers opened old wounds and traded insults. Then came the pillow moment, launched across the cabin before airline staff stepped in. For most people watching, it looked almost ridiculous. Grown men and hip-hop veterans trading insults and tossing a pillow aboard a flight. But those who knew the history behind the confrontation understood the weight behind every word. This wasn't a random clash. It was a continuation of one of rap's longest-running feuds, stretching back more than 2 decades. The rivalry between Ja Rule and 50 Cent had never been truly resolved. It began in the late 1990s, sparked by disputes over respect, loyalty, and incidents that each side remembers differently. Over time, it evolved into diss tracks, public insults, and occasional confrontations. Songs, interviews, and social media kept the conflict alive, even when both artists moved into different phases of their careers. To Ja Rule, the plane incident wasn't just another argument, it was a statement. According to his own comments afterward, he framed the moment as confronting his rivals directly, even joking about the pillow throw as knocking Yayo's hat off. But behind the humor was something more deliberate, a refusal to let the narrative remain one-sided. For years, 50 Cent had controlled much of the public perception of their feud. Through interviews, memes, and relentless trolling, he often positioned himself as the dominant figure in their rivalry. And while Ja Rule continued to release music and perform, the cultural conversation often painted him as the one who'd lost the feud. This became even more of a talking point when he admitted an outcome. In a 2013 interview, he said he lost the battle to 50 Cent. But moments like the plane confrontation complicate that narrative. Instead of avoiding conflict, Ja Rule stepped into it, publicly, loudly, and without hesitation. Still, 50 Cent didn't need to be there physically to respond. His reaction came the way it often does, through social media, where he dismissed the incident as attention-seeking behavior. And just like that, the narrative war resumed. That's the thing about settling scores in a feud like this. It doesn't look like a handshake or a final resolution. Instead, it plays out in moments. Small clashes that carry the weight of years behind them, a line in a song, a post online, or in this case, a confrontation on a plane. And each moment raises the same question. What does settled even mean here? For some, settling scores means dominance, proving once and for all who came out on top. For others, it's about closure, ending the conflict and moving on. But for figures like Ja Rule and 50 Cent, whose careers were partly shaped by their rivalry, the feud itself has become part of their identity. So when Ja Rule stood in that aisle, challenging Tony Yayo, it wasn't just about the man in front of him. It was about everything behind him, the history, the perception, the legacy. It was about refusing to be reduced to a punchline in someone else's story. And maybe that's what settling scores looks like now. Not a final battle, not a clear winner. 50 Cent and his goons are already amplifying the moment online to claim victory, but Ja Rule is also peddling his own talking points, mocking his rival's alleged defeat. One thing is sure, the score is never truly settled and may yet be reignited.